Up next on the MARR Army Rock Show, making their first appearance on the Rock Show, we've got Joey Factor. He's the vocalist of New Dilemma. They've got a debut record out, Is Your Story Over, out of Orlando, Florida. Joey, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having us on, man.
Oh, it's absolutely our pleasure, and I've been enjoying what I've heard of the band so far. Now, the band is relatively new in terms of band life, so give us a little of the history of the formation of the band.
Well, for this band, it goes back about 4 years ago when the initial idea of this project started. My kid kind of told me I need to go do my thing again, and inspired me. And here we are. We've had a couple people through to help get us where we are, but the current lineup right now is what you're going to get, and that's on the record. Bobby Keller on the guitar. We got Ben Johnson on the drums now. Clyde Clark on the bass, and we're just ready to go kill it, man.
Now, that's interesting. Your kids talked you back into this. Elaborate a little bit more on that. Was it just because, are they into music, or were you just listening or itching, or what was it that made your kids talk to you?
Well, I was a single dad for a bit. My daughter has some special needs, and when I was younger, I got out of music just to be a dad because that's what needed to happen. So as she got older and it was just us, and one day she just said, "Dad, you've been taking care of me like forever, and it's your turn. So go show the world what you got." And man, I literally looked at her and said, "Are you crazy?" That was my response. But thanks to her, man, New Dilemma is together, and we are here. And my other daughter and my wife and everybody's so supportive, and it's just an amazing journey. What an
awesome thing for a kid to do. That's a fantastic story.
Man. She changed my life. She changed my life.
So,
in more ways than one.
So the single, the story is The Story Over is out there right now on iTunes. Was listening to that today. Give us a little insight as to what that song's about.
Yeah, that one's just about. There's times in my life that led up to those moments of being a single dad, where things were going on I didn't know about, and you realize that it starts to turn you into something that you don't want to be, and you start thinking about giving up, and is it worth it? And the thing is, and where that song is you are worth it, and you need to get up and fight. Your story's not over. We're very avid with mental health awareness, and we have a secondary site, Don't Let Your Story Be Over, and it has information and links to go get help and counseling if necessary. So it's just very important to us because I've been there and I've been through it, and that's what this song's about. When you're at your darkest moment, find the light, and you're going to find that strength in yourself.
Now, I saw you had a little video out there, a YouTube video about that, or a video on your Facebook. How do people find that site? What do they link it from your Facebook page, or how do they get to it?
It is hooked to Facebook on New Dilemma, but Don't Let Your Story Be Over on Facebook. You can go right to the page. My awesome wife runs that page for us. Inspirational quotes, so there's good information, and we want people to know they can message us, connect with us. If you need help, reach out. We want to be very, very transparent with our fans, and we want to be available to our fans at the best that we can be.
Man, that's fantastic. I'll tell you, I already liked your band. I like your band a whole lot more even now, just listening to your story. That's incredible.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. And that's just it right there. Don't let your story be over. And mine wasn't, and now I'm here and able to share it with you guys.
Now, when I listen to your music, it's not hard to kind of overlook that there's a lot of drums presence in the music. Like, the drums are powerful in it. Talk to us a little bit about Ben, because it looks like he also produced the record. Is that correct, or?
That is absolutely correct. Our producer, Ben Johnson, is also the drummer. It was, sometimes chemistry and connections and things just are powerful, and we'll just go with that. That's what happened. We built friendships, and we built relationships, and we became family, and we're in it together now, to get this thing done. But he's an amazing guy, and we have Machine Master, which is a legendary producer.
Yeah.
To so many bands that we all love, and what a great, I just got a great team, man.
Now, your music has a kind of that theatrical, dark sort of vibe to it. Does that translate into your live stage show? Do we get to see some of that theatric? I don't want to call it theatrics, but you know what I mean, like that kind of more dark, zombie-ish kind of esque stuff.
Yeah, we believe that the shows are very powerful, and that is definitely something that you're going to get. Most people don't know, but my young days come from theater, so my stage performances, I like to think, is just wrapping up all my different experiences to share with the world when we hit the stage, and we like to bring it.
Now, speaking of live shows, I mean, it's been a while since I had a band on this show that has some dates booked, but it looks like you guys do. Are they still a go?
Yes, sir. We hit the road with Smile Empty Soul. Our first show is July 10th up in Omaha, Nebraska at the Wired Pub, and then we're going to finish it off August 8th in Springfield, Missouri at the FOW Lounge. So we got over 20 dates, and we could not be more excited to hit the road.
Yeah, it's so good to be talking to a band that's got a tour planned. It's been months since I talked to one.
We're glad that you're talking to we're glad we have a tour, man. We're so blessed right now to be able to get out there when things are kind of bleak. So we're excited to be able to get out there. We also believe that this is a good time with our story and our messages to be out there with everything that's been going on. So.
Now, there's a teaser video out there for the song Playing Victim. Now, I know that one's not like on iTunes or streaming yet, but there's a teaser. That looks like it's got kind of a wild video coming out for it. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Playing Victim is really, that's a really great video. That one's just going to be a little bit out. Some things changed when the direction's just kind of changed a little bit. Playing Victim, at some point that video will be out, but actually today at 3 o'clock, the Is Your Story Over video drops. So we got a brand new video coming out today for Is Your Story Over. Go check that one out. That's
all right, man. So when I talk about influence for you guys, and I'd be curious to hear what your musical influences are. You did mention you had some theater background. I feel like some heavy riffs in your music, but it almost feels layered over some 80s kind of stuff in a weird sort of way. How do you describe it?
Well, what we did was we had no preconceived genre. We wanted the music to be what the music wanted to be, and we knew what we wanted to hear. We knew we were a rock band. But we wanted to level up. We wanted to bring that next thing to the rock and roll world. So it was just, we just let the music be what it wanted to. And that was important for us.
It has a good feel to it. It's you know, when I use that term at 80s vibe, you know what I mean? It's not 80s music, but it just that was such a powerful genre, and it just I like what I hear, and it's really what
we really want to touch on all those different things that did influence us through our lives. And you know, for me, like on a musical side, you know, our band, the influences that for each person are what make it sound so unique, because everybody kind of has a completely different favorite genre.
There you go.
You know, for me, my number one guy is Jacoby from Papa Roach. The stage presence and everything he does. I just, that's personally one of my favorites. Also, the other one that throws most people off is Brendan Urie from Panic. His singing and his style, like there's not too many people that can match what he does vocally. So, you know, I really like the big performers and the guys that go all out, and that's what I've always set my standard to. Yeah,
I couldn't agree with you more on Jacoby, man. I list him as my top 5 frontmen as well, for sure. Now, speaking of frontman, this is kind of interesting. You have an interesting piece of merch over there called the Frontman Tie, and I'm curious if you could tell me a little more. Is the tie a Joey Factor trademark, or tell me a little bit more about the tie?
It just became sort of this really more of a symbol for us with the semicolon, with the, you know, don't let your story be over. And that's really all that's about, is we want that front and center and make sure that everybody sees that your story's not over, regardless whether it's now or 5 years from now. That message will never change. And that's what really that's about.
That's a cool shirt.
Another way to stay connected with the fans.
It's a cool shirt. Have you thought about doing an actual tie for the band?
We will. if enough people want them, absolutely, we can do ties.
It's a real discreet way to wear your rock band gear to work. You know what I mean? If you got to wear a shirt and tie at work.
Well, good. Lucky for me, this is my work, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, man. So, hey, I'm just curious. Has your I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but has your music found its way over to Europe yet? I feel like there's such a great market over in Europe for rock now. Have you guys had a presence over there yet?
Yes, actually, the distribution is worldwide. We have hard copy CDs in your local CD stores, like not necessarily corporate, but if you got like that special CD store you love, like we do, like Park Avenue CDs in Orlando, you can walk right in and pick up a CD, and that's what it's all about.
So, hey, I'm just curious. I listened to your music quite a bit. Do you guys cover any tunes? Because I'm trying to figure what would you. I love when a band does something like out of their genre, and like you guys have such a unique spin. I wonder what you could do with some songs.
Actually, we've been in some talks about that over the last week. But having entered the studio last October and finishing the record up in February, and then getting all the stuff done, and we just really haven't had a ton of time to get into that. But it actually has been a big discussion on what we're going to do with that.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to imagine. I've already got things running through my head of what it could be. But anyway, so hey, before I let you go, what do you guys got planned for the rest of the year? I know you got a tour. Are you able to start I know festivals are pretty much history for right now, but what are you thinking after the Smile tour? Are you going to do more studio work? You're going to get back out?
No, that's going to be it for the studio for a minute. We're going to be going back out. We got a couple of things in the works. We have a really exciting one locked down for 2021. Obviously, we can't really talk about that yet, but we have a couple, 2-3 tours ready and lined up, and we plan to get out on the road and be with the fans as much as possible, because in these times we feel like that's what we need. We need to get out and love and be around the people and our fans. That's the most important thing for us as a band right now.
Well, I hope we get that chance to check you out live. The band is New Dilemma out of Orlando, Florida, about to go on tour with Smile Empty Soul. The debut record is Your Story Out is just around. Story Over, sorry, is out shortly. It's just around the corner. You can order it now on the band's site or their socials, or you can check it out when it comes out on all the other streaming platforms and whatnot, or walk into your local record store, as Joey said, and if you got one down by Florida there that's carrying it for you, so that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Joey, welcome to the show, and thanks so much for spending the time with us today. I had a great time talking with you.
Thanks for having me, and just enjoy talking about it. We're passionate about what we do, and that's it, man. We're ready to go out there and start meeting people and making connections and having a great time, because that's what it's all about.